CityWalk has begun phased opening, and we welcome a YouTube sensation, onto the podcast to take part in our revamped Q&A and rapid fire. You are listening to episode 403 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are so glad to have you here. We're hyped, we're pumped, we're psyched, we're all the other adjectives. Yeah, but I can't do it by myself. I need to have some other peeps with me. So joining me, I have Lee.
Hello, Ron.
We got Tracy.
Hello.
And Darren.
What's up, Internet? How's it going, Chris?
Good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, you know.
Still here, literally. Same seat.
Is it Monday? Is it Monday today?
I have no idea. It's only because of things like this I know what day it is.
I know.
And even then I'd forgotten until about 10 minutes ago.
I think the weeks just melted into each other.
They really have.
No listeners have sent me a kayak yet, so I'm still waiting for that. Just DM me for my address. Thanks.
All right. So as we have something special for the next 3 episodes, we have to get through a lot of Producers Club birthdays. So Tracy, why don't you get us started on that?
Yes. And this is probably only half of them because we all know what Lee's like. Every time. It's never going away.
I'm letting someone else deal with birthdays next year.
Right, we are going to start on the 20th of May, and that is when it is Patrick Hopkins' birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And then the 22nd of May, it's Jeremiah Chapman's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Cumpleaños.
Oh, nice.
He stole it.
God, hate you.
The kids are fighting. Makes a change.
Learn to share, you two.
And then it's Paul Miranda's birthday on the 26th of May. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Followed by Richard Ives' birthday on the 28th of May. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And then it is a true one-off's birthday on the 29th of May. It is Jack Teal's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Step, turn, happy birthday.
Now, I'm not sure whether this is the real happy birthday or whether it's just the one that we put in just to make sure that Lee doesn't forget you ever again. But the 1st of June is Jeff Royd's birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Lee finally got it.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
And the following day, on the 2nd of June, is lovely Christina Freundl's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Christina.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
That's followed by Lee Stone's birthday on the 6th of June. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday! Another Lee.
And the following day, the 7th of June, is Andrew Moldavani's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Andrew!
Happy birthday!
We're nearly there.
We're nearly there. We have Heather Vale's birthday on the 12th of June. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Followed by Sam Naj's birthday on the 13th.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And finally, on the 14th of June, we have Tyler Gallinana's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy
Tyler.
birthday!
Happy birthday! Woo!
Happy birthday, everyone.
I hope you all have lovely days and get lots of presents and cake.
There's definitely a lot of cake happening.
Yes.
Definitely.
Weeks. Cool. All right. So let's move on to some exciting news, I guess, right?
Yeah.
CityWalk has started, their phased opening. So Darren, will you start us off on that?
Yeah, as we're sure you've seen, CityWalk began that partial reopening last Thursday, May 14th, with select venues being open. Universal sent an email out a few days before stating we will begin limited operation of select venues to vloggers only at Universal Orlando CityWalk on Thursday, May 14th, as we take the first steps towards reopening our destination. The vloggers part was not true. The health and safety of our guests and team members remains our top priority, and we are taking specific measures that include screening our guests and team members, social distancing, and requiring everyone to wear a face covering. A complete and total face covering, by the way.
Yes.
It's kind of odd.
Eyeballs and all.
It's hilarious, yeah. Watching people like try to feel around, and also not sanitary at all.
It's like Bird Box.
Might actually make it fun.
Is that
This
going
the
next on to
rewind,
Bread
right?
Box?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's terrible.
That's the chicken place. Bird Box.
Please move on.
They will also, yes, they will also be limiting capacity at venues and increasing our already aggressive cleaning and disinfection procedures.
They don't have to be so upset.
Yeah. Select venues are scheduled to open daily from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. and do include Red Oven Pizza Bakery, Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, Voodoo Donut, and Auntie Anne's. Adding on from there Friday, Toothsome Cinnabon and Cold Stone Creamery opened as well. So each restaurant will have a limited menu and limited seating available. Of course, if you do need a tattoo, that reopened too, an essential business for sure.
No, it's only the
Hard hunting-
retail shop.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Okay. So just the retail shop and select merchandise carts, as well as Hollywood Drive-In Golf. We will continue to monitor conditions and make adjustments as we move forward. Additional venues may be added over time, and hours of operations are subject to change. We will continue to work closely with local health officials and our own health and safety experts to adhere to CDC guidelines. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see Fat Tuesdays there, but I don't know.
No, it's not. From what I heard, the only place you get alcohol actually was Jimmy Buffett's.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, not even Bubba Gump's.
Okay.
So the measures put in place have been as follows. Our team members will undergo temperature checks and will wear face coverings. We will implement temperature checks for each guest upon arrival. If a guest has a temperature of 100.4 degrees or greater, they will not be able to enter CityWalk. That is Fahrenheit, not Celsius, because that would be terrifying.
Just a bit.
Your head is exploding.
We will require guests to wear face coverings during their visit. We will have face coverings available for purchase at cost. Each venue will limit capacity to help enforce social distancing, and all chairs and tables will be thoroughly cleaned and disinfected after each seating. High-touch surfaces throughout CityWalk will be frequently cleaned and disinfected as well. Cashless payments will be available at all venues, and self-parking will be complimentary. We encourage guests to follow CDC guidelines and conduct temperature checks prior to arrival. Guests should evaluate their own risk as they determine whether to visit. And in line with CDC guidelines, we specifically do not recommend other adults or individuals at high risk with severe underlying medical conditions visit our facilities.
That goes without
Older
saying,
adults, by the way.
Yeah.
You said other adults.
Those other older adults.
Yes.
Yeah, those other ones. You know which ones.
The
we're
other ones,
talking
the old
about.
ones, you know.
Sounds real fun.
Mm.
Sounds like a fun, relaxing evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm kind of glad that for us, we're too far away for it to be an option, so we don't have to make that decision.
Yeah.
I think, like Darren said, it's more of a vlogger's paradise right now.
Yeah.
Look, being honest, if we lived closer, like if we lived in the Orlando area, I'd have been there. Not because I specifically want to, but
Because you'd have to.
yeah, pretty much.
And then you'd be coming home getting hosed down in the garden.
Yeah, like Pulp Fiction.
I think I'd probably enjoy that, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I watched some videos that looked very authoritarian. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it needs to be, isn't it?
It's a little
That looks fun.
dystopian, isn't it?
Fortunately. Yeah. I mean, it was nice to see everything. I mean, I want to be there, honestly, because it just looks, I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, like Darren's saying, it's at what point, there's kind of like a boundary between whether it's fun or you're going to have anxiety the whole time
Yeah.
thinking about all this stuff. It's everybody's, it's their own risk tolerance.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
they've got to
Yeah.
open it at some point, and I suppose, when we'll get to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, as things slowly get back to normal, we welcome the return of Little Things with Seth.
Yay.
And then we hear from friend of the show, Connie, on her experience at CityWalk on Thursday's opening day.
Hi, this is Seth Kabursky from the Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando, and I am thrilled to be back with you for my first post-quarantine edition of all the little things that are new at the Universal Orlando Resort. Obviously, the huge little thing that's new is that the Universal Orlando Resort has begun limited reopening. Only CityWalk is open right now. I was there on reopening day, and I'm going to fill you in on a few of the little things that you might not have known about the reopening of CityWalk. First of all, CityWalk is open every day from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., and while there were a number of cars lined up before 4 p.m., there's really no need to do that. I arrived on property exactly at 4 p.m. and sailed right through the parking toll booths, which are not manned because there are no parking fees right now for self-parking. But be aware that valet parking is completely closed and that the kennel is also closed, so you cannot bring your pet to Universal at this time. I had no problem getting a parking spot because they've got extra staff directing folks in the parking garage, and I was impressed to see that they are socially distancing the cars by only using every other row to park cars and then going back in later to filling in the gaps. Now, before you even reach the security checkpoint in the garage rotunda, you're going to need to go through a temperature check. It's a touch-free thermometer that just hovers above your forehead for a second or two. And as long as your temperature is below 100.4 Fahrenheit, you are good to go. I had no wait at all for my temperature check. I did see a longer line later in the day, but it moved very quickly. The other important thing you'll be checked for is a face mask. Face masks are mandatory for all guests and employees. If a guest shows up without a face mask, they're invited to purchase one for $6, or they can buy 3 for $15. Sorry to say I haven't seen any Harry Potter or Minion masks yet, but I'm sure those will come eventually. They do not advertise this, but if a guest refuses to purchase a mask, they will offer a free disposable one.
Okay.
Now, once you are inside CityWalk, if you wish to dine at Margaritaville, which is one of the few restaurants that's open, I suggest you head there as soon as you can to get yourself on the wait list. On opening day, the Margaritaville wait was over 2 hours within the first half hour of CityWalk opening.
Wow.
That's because they're only seating people on the outdoor patio or on the porch. Unfortunately, this time you cannot just walk up to any window or bar and get a drink and walk around with it at CityWalk. So for now, there's no Fat Tuesday slushes or grabbing a hurricane from the Pat O'Brien's walk-up window. The other restaurants that are open at this time are the Red Oven Pizza Bakery, which is offering mobile ordering, as well as Bubba Gump, which had a healthy line outside. And for dessert, you can choose from Aunt Annie's Pretzels, Voodoo Donuts, or as of the second day of operation, the Milkshakes and Candy Factory on the ground floor of Toothsome. Toothsome's dining is not yet available. Speaking of mobile ordering, they are heavily pushing this contact-free way of getting your food. However, I experienced some technical difficulties with the app. Might have been related to my credit card. So make sure before you arrive on property that you've updated and downloaded the app to your smartphone and that you've double-checked all the credit card billing information in order to make your purchases. Unfortunately, even though Universal is offering increased annual pass holder discounts right now, up to 25% for Premier Pass holders, even giving 15% to the seasonal pass holders, those annual pass discounts cannot be applied if you're using mobile order. Hopefully that will change in the near future. In terms of shopping at CityWalk, you've basically got the Universal Studios store, the gift shops at Margaritaville and Bubba Gump, and Hart and Huntington Tattoo to choose from. Sorry to report that you cannot get a tattoo at this time. We're looking at late June probably before the governor authorizes that. And they're limiting the number of guests in each shop. I was even asked to use hand sanitizer before entering the tattoo shop.
Good.
As far as entertainment at CityWalk goes, the Hollywood Drive-In Mini Golf has reopened, but only one half of it. The 18 holes on the haunted side are in operation. However, while I was there, the 18 holes on the sci-fi side were still closed for cleaning. Universal has also brought out some stilt walkers who are socially distant 6 feet above the crowd, as well as a percussion ensemble who plays up on a balcony, and also one of the Pat O'Brien dueling piano players out on the plaza stage, just to add a little more liveliness to the area. And to wrap up with a couple quick construction notes, there are refurbishment walls all around the shops that closed shortly before the quarantine began. That includes the former Fossil Watches, the Pick novelty store, and the clothing store. This is where a large new store, rumored to possibly be Nintendo-themed, is still being worked on. In addition, there's some construction work going on in front of Universal Studios Florida. The concrete in front of the box offices has been torn up, and it looks like there might be some utility work going on underneath. And finally, some recent aerial photography has shown that construction is definitely continuing inside the parks at Islands of Adventure on the Jurassic Park roller coaster, which has still not yet been officially confirmed.
Or named.
Okay, that's all for now, but I will be back soon with more reports from the slow reopening of Universal Orlando. Until then, I'm Seth Kuberski. You can find me at theunofficialguides.com or on Twitter at theUGseries. And I'll be keeping an eye out for those little things for you.
I want to jump in before we play Connie's clip. I found it interesting that he said they were socially distancing the cars and then going back and filling the gaps in later. Like, what's the point in doing it in the first place then?
That is weird. The only thing I think of is to keep initially the people distanced, let them get out of the cars. They're gone already. And now we can fill up those spots and those people can leave without being next to somebody.
But then if everyone's coming in, potentially everyone could be leaving at the same time and getting in the cars.
Yes.
I suppose,
But then it's about being sensible and just hanging back.
It is, but it seems daft to do it in the first place and then fill it in later. Either keep it or don't. Either do it or don't do it. But anyway, I thought accepting annual pass holder discounts was an interesting one, considering the parks aren't open, and I know the passes are still valid, but they've said they're extending the annual passes for every day that the parks are closed. So technically, because you can't use them now, they could have not honoured the discounts. So I suppose it's good that they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're trying to pull in as much as they can.
Yeah. They know most people there will be annual pass holders as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting to see when renewals start coming around, if they're going to do some like crazy discounts or not do crazy discounts because they want to get rid of pass holders temporarily to sell tickets, depending how they roll that out.
Yeah, well, they did announce, didn't they, already that they're doing that 3 months extra, aren't they, on the end for renewals at the moment, up till the end of this year, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably why, another reason why we haven't heard like anything about Horror Nights definitively either, because Premier Pass holders get a ticket for that. So what happens if that doesn't happen?
Yeah.
That's a big part of the ticket. And how much is it? How much of a part of the ticket is it, according to Universal, when you're paying that rate, you know?
It's a big chunk. I mean, if you just get the cheapest ticket price for Horror Nights, that's what I would kind of gauge it to be worth in that ticket.
Or do you gauge it to be worth the most expensive ticket at Horror Nights as the guest, I would hope, because I could use it on that night.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you think an average it could be $140, yeah.
And the other thing that bugs me is if you had all this time to work on it before you open up the parks and you decide to make the decision to open up the parks, get your mobile ordering system in order and get your discounts on there. Because if you're going to encourage people to use it, then you're going to have to give them the discounts on there as well.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're encouraging them not to use it.
Yeah.
And that's something that honestly, that's been a problem for the longest time. And they should have worked this out already, because this goes back all the way even to Volcano Bay. They've had this issue, right? You're in a water park. They want you to use your phone, but you can't put in your pass holder information in there. So when you go to order, use it like that. So you're missing out on your discount unless you carry your license with you throughout the park. So it's definitely a problem back then, even more so now if they want to encourage mobile ordering.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's all, the thing is, you could argue it's all new, but it isn't. Like you say, it's been an issue for a long time, but you think now's the time when they should be pushing it. And it can't be that difficult.
No.
Because you can put your annual pass holder details in the app, can you, or not?
It is. It's already in there.
So why is it so difficult just to have it automatically do it?
Coming from a technical side, it is not difficult to implement that.
Grab code My Disney Experience. 20 go to 10. There you go. Like, honestly, grab the code somewhere else if you have to, because it's pretty basic and a lot of people have that by now. So
yeah.
The only thing I can think of is just, and it's not even a real valid excuse, but validation of it, so that I don't put just that information on like all my friends,
Yes.
you know, app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they still have to, I mean, if you want to do that, then have some kind of verification thing in the system, right? To do that, but not just leave it out completely, because it's a huge bummer, especially like going back to Volcano Bay. It was a bummer back then. So we had to start carrying our license around and then worry about having to lose our license going down a slide.
Yeah. Right. I'll play Connie's and then we'll get into this a bit more.
Hi, Lee, and hi, Darren, and hi to our friends at the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. This is Connie, and I just wanted to share some thoughts with you of my experience over at CityWalk on Thursday. The first thing that we noticed is there was nobody in the booths, team members collecting passes or anything. The gates were open, and everyone just drove right in. The signs are already up at the toll booth gates, and there's a little bit of directional signage going into the parking. And for main parking, there was team members on hand to try to space the cars apart and give some social distancing, not just so much for the cars, but once the guests come out of the cars, there's a little bit of interaction there if the cars are right next to each other. So they did do their best to kind of space that out. People were all wearing masks or had them in hand. And as they slowly moved to the garage and past the elevators, we noticed that the elevators had some signage on it that was not there before. The elevators basically said one party at a time. So if you know, the old days of you getting in an elevator with your wheelchairs and your strollers and just trying to squeeze as many people in as possible that you don't know just to make that elevator ride work, that's no longer being supported or encouraged. The other thing that we noticed was before you get onto the moving walkway that leads you directly to the security in the bag check, they do have a station set up. And in our case, we were in the Jurassic Park parking lot, and there were three basic stations, and that station was checking both your temperature and also visibly whether or not you had a mask. And yesterday we had gone through and it seemed like everybody had some sort of mask, face covering. They did not specify or make necessary that you had to have a certain kind. Just as long as you had something, they were fine with that, and you had to have it on when you went through. And it was fairly quick. The temperature scan is in the air. It is not making contact on your forehead or anything like that. So it's one of those ones where they hold it in the air about a foot away from your forehead, and they're able to read it. And it was pretty quick. I'd say not even 5 seconds. They let you through. You get on the moving walkway. You go right through to security. Now, the one thing we noticed was the moving walkway did not have those 6-foot spacing signs on the moving walkway, which to me, right now, it's not very busy. So that's probably not needed, but as it gets congested, you know what that moving walkway looks like at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day. That would probably need to be enforced or managed somehow. It wasn't today, and that's okay. But as that becomes more crowded, that I can see that being a problem that maybe Universal just needs to work out later on. Once you get off the moving walkway and you're walking past that retail area into the main area before the bag check, there are some signs leading up to the individual entrances into the metal detectors, but that middle area that has all the people in it, that still had some issues as far as there's no way to really segregate that. Today, there wasn't that many people, so it was okay. But again, like the moving walkway situation, when that becomes crowded and the crowds are bigger, I don't know how they're going to do that. It's really hard to not pull the people into that section that we're all used to seeing. Once you get to the bag check and you put your bags down and you send it through there, you must have your mask on or they won't let you through. And once you get through, you need to have that mask on. And as you're going through that second moving walkway, they again need to have some kind of situation there to separate all the people, because we didn't see that. Going through CityWalk, it was an experience. You saw all the blue signs out warning people about social distancing and having your mask. And then we had gone ahead and went through to our final destination, which was Margaritaville. I planned to have some dinner there with some friends, and that is where we ended up. Once you get to the different restaurants, they do have those social distancing squares on the floor. They do ask that you follow that, and for the most part, people did. So the biggest question that we keep hearing about is, how is this face mask thing going to work if you're eating and you're going to a restaurant? And this is how it's going to work. So they do require that the face mask stay on when you're walking around CityWalk and you're outside of the restaurants. Once you're inside the restaurant and you're seated at a table with yourself and your immediate party, you are able to take your face mask and coverings off. The tables have already been separated to be 6 feet apart from other tables. So they've already installed the social distancing inside the restaurant. So as long as you're not getting up from the table and walking around or leaving, once you're sitting down, they do not require those masks to stay on you. So you can have a mask-free dining experience. For me, that's like all the reason just to go and have a meal, because after you've been walking around CityWalk or wherever for however many hours, it's nice to take that thing off. So when you're sitting down and enjoying your meal, the minute you sit down, that thing can come off. Now, if you have to get up to go to the bathroom or for whatever reason leave your table, you do need to put that mask back on. But if you're just sitting at your table and you're not getting up, that thing can stay off, and you don't have to put it on until you're done with your meal and you've paid your bill and you're getting up and you're leaving. The other thing is more or less an observation, and just I wanted to convey just my personal concern as being a person with a food service background. Is just something that I noticed yesterday. Whatever their capacity has been in the past, to make this work for us in our current times, every restaurant has or will have to remove a significant amount of tables to respect the 6-foot social distancing rule. And if your dining room capacity is 200, it's going to come down a lot. They're taking out probably 50% of their tables, depending on their layout. And as a business, as a restaurant, that's crippling. When you see a dining room that's full, that's different than when you see a 50% occupied table situation and that dining room is full. No matter what you're doing, that restaurant's taking a hit. Those servers that are waiting on you, they're taking a hit too, because they're not getting 4 tables a night or whatever that they're used to. And those tables that they are getting, that dining experience is taking way longer now because of the careful procedures and practices that they have put in place. So that our dining experience is now going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours. And when you're in the business of making tips and money and turning tables to do that you take a hit. We have to keep this in mind as customers. We have to give them our business and maybe be a little bit more generous and sympathetic and empathetic to the server situation. You know, you're going to leave a tip, that's great, but understand that that table is taking twice as long to turn, and that server is going to have to pay out a bartender, a busser, and now a food runner. And that was really my final thought and my shout out. Please take care of your servers and your businesses so that we can continue enjoying them.
Yeah, it's so weird.
New norm for right now, at
It
least.
is. I have to make a joke at this point. Now, I can't take credit for this because I've already seen it, but masks are the new bras, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's like you can't wait at the end of the day to take your bra off as a woman. It's like you can't wait to take your mask
You
off.
can't say as a woman.
All right, then, as someone who wears a bra.
Thank you for including me. I mean, it's like she said, it's a lot more work going into it right now. What takes normal time to do something, and that's across every single industry. Like that, I can even say, like on my side of the family, like my mom, she works at a dentist office, and to see. It took her a full day's worth to see even a quarter of the patients at this time. And she says it was hell because it's so much cleaning, all that stuff. So I can only imagine in the restaurant business where they're seeing even more people and having to do all this extra cleaning, all this extra work. It is a lot more work on their end. So Connie is definitely right on that. So if you do go out, take care of your peoples.
Yeah, because it's not a great job in the first place, now being made even more difficult and more stressful and hard work, it's a hard job anyway.
Yeah. And imagine all the Karens you're gonna have to take care of now.
Oh gosh. They're immediately their job should no longer rely on tips.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yes, and we should all kind of get used to the fact that prices are going to increase to eat out at a restaurant, like drastically, like you heard there. Like, so they should integrate their wages into the prices on the menu, and as well as that, then also the amount you're going to lose for having 50% less tables, like she said. So
I think that's
like a normal job. Is that what you're saying, Darren?
Yes, like a normal job.
That's so weird to get paid.
This is the weird thing, though. It's like, you can look at it and go, this is a temporary thing. This isn't going to be there forever. But
we don't know how long
that's the
this is going
problem.
to be a temporary
How temporary is this temporary going to be?
Yeah. And right now, like if people are thinking that they're getting bad service by waiting 2 hours for their food and all the preparation and everything, maybe the food is cold by the time it comes out every time because of like all the preparation involved that like has to happen to get it out to you or whatever. By that point, like, are they going to be tipped at the same amount they were before? And they're already less tables, they're getting less tables than they were initially. Like, is it really worth for them to this, to have it reopen? And it's kind of like, at least they're working kind of situation, but is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were probably making more when it wasn't open.
Yeah.
But
And
the thing
the
is,
stress on them as well, worrying about probably making ends meet with the little they're going to be making.
it's that awkward thing again, though, isn't it? It's like they have to open at some point and they have to do it slowly because they've got to. It's like it's kind of this is like a technical rehearsal for a ride. It's the same as like team member preview.
Yeah.
That you get, you open it a little bit, you get people in because you can't learn how to do things without getting people in. So they're doing what they need to do, I suppose. And you'd like to think that the people that have gone there in the last 4 or 5 days know what to expect. They know that it's not going to be the experience that they normally have. And
You would think that, but unfortunately, there's so many not regular people that go to places and like, oh, why am I not getting the service I would normally get?
No, I think when you're
So-
talking about CityWalk, I think most people
saw
don't
it.
know what to expect. Really?
Yeah, I looked at some comments and things and saw
imagine.
some people complaining about the amount of time that they had to wait to get a drink at Margaritaville.
I mean, a little expected though, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they
you're
were
going
thinking
out,
that the
I get-
bar was still going to be open. Like,
I think especially now when they're doing like this learning phase, I mean, people have to be aware that this is a learning experience for every single person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter
everybody.
what industry, doesn't matter what country,
Yeah.
anything. It's a worldwide thing that's going on, and people are trying to learn how to get past this. And I think Universal's doing a pretty good job so
Yeah.
far, right? Trying to enforce all these things. So kudos to them. But there's going to be a lot of things they do wrong.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of things they do right. And they're going to have to learn from that and change along the way. And people are going to have to be patient. And that's the bottom line there. Because Stone Cold said so. But, you know, but honestly, like people have to have some patience right now.
Yes.
And it's not going to be also like a week from now. All right, we figured it out.
Yes.
It's going to be a long time.
It really is.
So just learn that, and let's all work together.
Well, that's. I mean, the businesses and the servers and everybody who's like on that side of it, they're all doing the best that they can and to the best of their knowledge and ability at the moment. And that, as you said, that's just going to be evolving hour by hour, really. But
Yeah.
it's important though that the consumer as well is the best they can be.
Yeah.
You know, be patient. And if patience starts to run out, do you know what? Take a deep breath and be a little more patient because
The thing
everybody's having some sort of struggle with this.
people aren't patient at theme parks, though, are they?
Do you know what? If you can't be patient at the moment, then going there is not the place for you.
No, I agreed.
Because all you're going to do is
Yeah,
stress
100%.
yourself and everybody around you out, and that's not fair. So if you can't be patient and hold your tongue, then you should stay home for a few more weeks.
but won't the impatients be the first ones there causing problems because
Yeah.
they're so impatient?
Yeah, that's. I was
And they're the
reading
ones
there's
Shout
like
loudest.
people are just getting cabin fever. I think there's like a term they put for it, but yeah. Like Darren said, those are going to be the people, right? There's definitely people that are introverts that can hang out at home, no problem, and the ones that want to be out there are the ones that are going to have the most non-patience. I guess that's the
Yeah.
word.
Yes,
But they're
it's
impatient.
Yeah.
it's a sliding scale as like to where like your patience and tolerance for dealing with being stuck at home the whole time, like that will, and your personal safety and the safety of others, like that starts to go out the window. Safety of others first, then safety of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the risk reward system changes to the point where you're like, whatever, man, I just want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing to add to that, I think, as well, is like in the beginning, and I've seen this a little bit in some places, and I think we're going to see it a lot more in the beginning. Like everybody's all like happy. Yeah, I'm out of the house. You know, oh, I'm patient. I'm this, I'm that. And then as time kind of progresses and people realize that it's not back to 100% normal, that patience wears thin. And then it turns into like, oh, what's going on here? And oh, why is this service? So even a month from now, if it's still a 2-hour wait a month from now, which it probably will be. or
Probably.
more, think about that. We're not back to normal.
No.
Things aren't normal right now. So, you got to adjust just the way everybody else is.
But there's a guide then. Everybody knows what their own tolerance level is. Don't go planning to stay the entirety of the time it's open. Go in and gauge yourself. And as soon as you start to get even slightly irritated, you know what? That's time for you to go home. You've had your bit of time out. Because I totally get the cabin fever thing. Absolutely totally get it. And I understand that need to be out there. But it's just managing yourself, managing your own expectations, and just being kind to yourself and everybody else around you.
I did think it was quite good that they had. I've seen a lot of pictures. We've posted a few of people with boards up for surveys, and it's not an in-park survey. It's you scan the QR code and then you do it on your phone to stop, because obviously you think of those surveys, it's a stand and do them. Like you think at the end of Horror Nights where you sat at a little table, whereas now you can just quick scan the QR code and off you go, do it while you're whatever. To be honest, you can do it
all the time.
when you get it home. I actually scanned the QR code on my phone that Chris Azell went over and he sent me some pictures, and I scanned the QR code off the picture and I could do that survey even though I wasn't there. I didn't, but yeah, it means you're pushing people on rather than having them milling around filling surveys in, but it's still a way of getting that guest feedback because it's the only way they're going to learn.
Of course. Of course. And I hope people are leaving positive feedback to let them know what they're doing well rather than just complaining, because that's the positive stuff is as important as the negative, if not more.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe not more, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, you need to know what you're doing right and wrong.
To continue and improve that as well, yes.
Yeah. The one thing that really, I mean, I'm very concerned about all this anyways. I always am, I have been since the beginning. But really, something that really caught my ear when I was listening to Connie's review of the first day there, the one thing that got me was the elevators and moving walkways. And just thinking about that and thinking about how those go, how they work. They are like a stand and stop thing. There's no like walking through and, getting through quickly, employee walkway, like speed zone kind of thing. It's like stand there and then every 6 feet, another person gets on, every 6 feet, another person gets on, like that. And then the elevator, like that is so crazy to me. Like, how are you going to operate the elevator and let one family get on at a time? Like there's going to be a line, and then how do you facilitate the line to the elevator?
You've never been in an elevator with Tracy. It's only us anyway. So I'm used to it. That's my life.
Okay, well that's
that's
one family doing that. Though. Like,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and then language barriers on top of that. Like the family that just goes in and like gets in the elevator because that's what they do.
Yeah, and you can't explain. Get out.
Yeah. And you're like, oh no, sorry, you can't get in the elevator with us. It's going to cause like a lot of strange situations. And then, like I said, like you have to have like a queue for the elevator now. And how do you do that?
Do people use the elevators
buses
a lot though? Express buses.
Yes, they do.
I've
like
never
everybody
used
with wheelchairs and everybody with strollers.
True.
Yeah, that's going to be your main demographic on that.
Yeah.
Because I don't like using elevators, but even more so now, I don't want to get inside of a small closed container that has hundreds of people going through it through a day.
And is there a person? Yeah, every time it opens, is there a person that like wipes it down?
No.
They need old bellhops to start doing the elevators again.
Yeah, really.
I edited Connie's clip down a little bit just for time constraints, and she did actually mention that there's no one manning the elevators. There's no one making sure that only one group's getting in at a time. It's basically just an honor system.
Yes, it sounded really secure when I listened, like when I first read Universal's approach to it, and I thought like, okay, this sounds like it might be okay, like not a fun way to go by all means, not something I would want to do, but it seems like an okay way to try this out. Like a really impractical thing, but then listening to the actual review and how things went, like post security, nobody like splitting that up, then that just becomes like a huge mashup there.
Well,
there is a simple fix because there is parking on the same level as the hub and everything. So just reserve that level for people who would ordinarily need to use the elevators. People with wheelchairs and buggies.
That's a good idea.
Like handicap or the children, like families.
Yeah.
And because you get to a point where there's always somebody directing you at the ramp.
That's a really good idea.
And all you have to do is be told, flash your lights or something if you need to. It's
or they can even check you in the front.
Yeah.
When you are going into the park, they ask you if there's a wheelchair access or a stroller. They put a little, the little marker on the front of your windshield, and you go that way, and you know to park on that level.
Great idea.
Yeah, and then they can just block off the elevators because the idea of being an enclosed space.
Yeah, I don't think they're a good idea either. No.
And Darren, going back to your point, we talked about this before. Enforcement, right? If they're not enforcing the things that they say they're going to do, then there's no point in even saying they're doing them.
No, and it doesn't even seem like that's happening at security, much less like the rest of the place. Like, when I first saw the pictures, I thought the two people standing at the top, like where people walk in, they actually turned out to be like Calypso drummers. I thought they were security guards, like standing up there like
Sniper
citizen.
rifle.
Yeah, put your mask on. Like, but maybe maybe the Calypso drummers are also being like a guy in red t-shirt,
Yeah.
not wearing his mask.
It's Morse code drumming.
Yeah, the piano guy's like, put on your mask, hey, guy in the red hat.
That would be some awesome. But the singers in the Fallon ride,
Yeah, the roots.
the ragtime
Oh, the
guys.
ragtime gals, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I saw the still walkers and things like that, like, and they're wearing masks and everything up there, and just they're trying to do the thing. I get it, but man,
Yeah. I mean, I know, again, I've put it in the notes there. I've noticed on Twitter people posting pictures that there are social distancing markers outside the entrance to Islands of Adventure at the moment. So they're potentially looking to open islands very soon, I think, because there wasn't outside studios. And I know
there's also a one-way kind of aspect to it.
Tracy
in
said that
you can
today,
like direct
yeah.
people around the circle.
That's the
Yeah.
same thing.
because I know the state governor, when he put out his phase 1 opening last week, said that he's invited the theme parks to submit their plans for reopening. So it'd be interesting to see when Islands open. They'll announce it tomorrow when the show goes, just after the show goes out, like an hour. Oh,
Or
Islands is opening.
Whenever Disney announces theirs, we'll do ours 2 weeks prior.
Yeah, it's actually, that is an interesting point, that Universal have been the leaders of this and not waited for Disney to open Disney Springs first.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Well, Disney Springs announced first that they were opening at
They
a certain
did.
date, and then Universal went and said, okay, we're opening up a week prior.
But Universal still could have waited to see how Disney Springs went before they pulled the trigger, and they haven't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Uh-huh.
The stepping out of Disney's shadow, whether that ends up being good or bad.
Yeah,
Who
honestly,
knows?
the way things are
Doesn't seem
being
like the
handled
best time to try it.
No.
Sorry.
No.
No, I was saying that the way things are handled at the state level right now, honestly, I would not be surprised if they said next week theme parks can open up, no problem. It's just going to be up to the parks at that point, because I've just seen some crazy changes in what should or should not be opened going from day to day.
Yep.
Just to kind of wrap this up, I did see a post today or a comment on something, I can't remember, that actually someone commented that there was more people at CityWalk on one of the days over the weekend than there was on the weekend prior to it closing,
Wow.
Crazy.
when anyone could be in there. And now there's Yeah, that seemed a
Yeah.
little weird. But I mean, it hasn't. We watched Vincent Vision's vlog. We watched Rick's Flicks, and it didn't look massively busy.
Looked busy enough to me.
Cool. Let's we'll see what happens in the future as things progress. We will stay on top of that and bring you the news as we see it.
Yep.
Cool. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Have you taken a stroll down Diagon Alley and visited Gringotts Bank? Taken a ride through New York with Jimmy Fallon? Visited the Truffler Trees in Zeus Landing, or hung out with a real-life Transformer? No? Then what are you waiting for? At Universal Orlando Resort, there truly is an option for everyone. Or if you're leaning a little more towards pixie dust rather than ones and portions, Disney destinations around the globe await your arrival. No matter the adventure, our sponsors have you covered. Be sure to let the experts at Mouse Muggle Travel Company take care of all your travel needs. Earning the distinction of being an earmarked agency specializing in Disney destinations, as well as becoming one of the first to be named a U Preferred agency with Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. Mouse Muggle Travel Company will ensure you receive top-rate customized service. Just visit mousemuggle.com to fill out a non-obligation quote request, or send your request to info@mouseandmuggle.com. Their team can take care of you no matter where in the world you go. With a flick of their wand and a little bit of pixie dust, the process will be so seamless, some might even say it's simply magical.
Welcome back. So as we mentioned earlier, we have a YouTube phenomenon, a sensation. So Tracy, can you help bring our guest in?
I can indeed. Yes, we are very honoured to welcome a very special guest. This is someone who is a recent YouTube sensation. And if you've been paying attention to our Facebook page recently, you will be familiar with his work. So it is my great pleasure to welcome onto the show, Randy Dyoreeah.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
How's
Randy.
everyone doing?
How
Welcome.
did we get Randy on the show?
I know, right?
It's pretty lucky because I'm not recording from my house. Luckily, like the house that this is being occupied by, I think the couple who lives here was at one of those anti-lockdown protests right now. So luckily, I'll probably have like a bunch of time to use their computer and everything.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
I love your sets on OnlyFans. I just wanted to say that real quick before we get started.
Not a problem. Thanks. Why is everyone laughing?
I don't know.
But yeah, my name is Randy Dyoreeah, and in case you don't know me, I am a jack of all trades, a real buff of many things. One of the services that I currently provide right now is a service called Randy Dyoreeah's Movie Library, and that's where you don't have to pay for all those dumb streaming services or everything like the Netflix and the Bulus and all that. You can just hire me, and I can just come over and I can just reenact any movie that you want. I got all the movies in my head, basically. You hire me and you get quality service. And I guess I'm on this podcast because Mr. Lee Malaby contacted me because he's familiar with my work and he wanted me to do a bunch of videos for y'all's YouTube channel to do some like ride recreations, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And they're
And if you
awesome.
haven't seen it, watch them. They're hilarious.
Pretty much our entire budget, but it's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I really appreciate all that budget. It got me a lot of fruit snacks, and like I can go down to like if you go down to like the right Dollar Tree, they'll have like those fruit snacks on expiration, and you can get like 10 of those for $1. And so I really appreciate the budget to afford those.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks. And now I'm doing whatever this thing is. It's a podcast.
Yes.
it's like
It's like radio.
but better.
There you go. But on the internet.
Radio, but on the internet. Well, what fascinating times we live in.
Yes.
Indeed.
All right, well, Randy, we brought you on here to test out our new rapid fire Q&A. So let's kick it off.
All right.
I will start off with
Let's do it.
Let's
do it, everybody.
when was your first Universal Orlando trip?
Okay, remind me, what is Universal Orlando again?
It's a theme park in Orlando. The one with the globe.
And what's it called? Which theme park is this?
It's a resort.
Have you been
Couldn't come to
reenacting all the rides for
No.
us?
So wait, are you talking about the Universal theme parks?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. I've never been to a Universal theme park.
Wow.
Some are
Pretty
amazing
spot on somehow.
Yeah, the main thing is that I'm actually banned from Universal, unfortunately.
Oh.
Wow.
So I mean, technically, I guess I've been to that property. I did try to get into the Universal theme parks once. What I tried to do, I tried to sneak in. I tried to say that I was part of the Jimmy Buffett cover band that plays at the Margaritaville restaurant. I tried to say I was with them, but they wouldn't buy it, even though I tried to sing. Do you know the Jimmy Buffett song "Math Sucks"?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a song. I'm not joking. It's a song where Jimmy Buffett complains about how much math is too hard for him, as though he's like a 7-year-old schoolboy. So, and yeah, I was trying to sing a few bars of "Math Sucks" to the security people to prove that I was in the Jimmy Buffett band, but like here's the trouble. They were being real bullies to me. Like they were being told assholes. They were saying all sorts of bullying things like, "Sir, you need a ticket to come to these theme parks," or "Sir, you need proper ID on you," or "Sir, you need to stop reaching for my gun, please," and all that stuff. So yeah, they banned me from Universal. It's insane, what big bullies they are. It's actually the reason why they have metal detectors, because I also have because in case you don't know, because they were being such big bullies to me, I have some metal can lids on me, and I usually try to throw those like ninja stars if I'm threatened. So I tried to throw those at the security guards. They overpowered me. I got kicked off. Now there's metal detectors. Now I'm not allowed on property, and that's my life.
I'm not sure how the rest of this Q&A is going to go then, Randy, to be honest, because the next question would have been, when was your last trip to Universal Orlando?
Well, that's how smart I am, is that I answer 2 questions with one answer. Now, isn't that very intelligent of me?
Impressive.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely. Maybe you can just like go on your extensive knowledge of movies.
Of course. Look, I am a theme park buff, so you ask me any question, I got a good answer for you. Lay it on me.
All right. So what would you think your favorite retired Universal Orlando attraction would be?
Okay, let me think. There used to be a Back to the Future ride, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'd probably pick that. I love Back to the Future. That's like such a great movie because like it's got, there's Doc Brown. He's like king of the brain cells. He's all just like, it's like Marty, take this black pill. We're gonna go back to the future, and it's such a great movie. So yeah, I'd probably pick Back to the Future.
I knew I liked you, Randy.
So, do you have a current favorite attraction?
Well, they have a Shrek thing, right?
They do.
They have a thing about Shrek. Okay, see, me and Shrek, I think we're alike. We like mud. We're friends with talking animals.
Okay.
Or animals who talk to us exclusively. We're in love with the BBW. And yeah, I can relate with that guy. So I'm totally, probably Shrek, probably the Shrek thing.
Where is your favorite place to eat inside the parks?
Okay, so, you know what? I'm going to show my humility, and I'm going to ask a question about Universal. Maybe this will get to my answer. Okay. Inside the theme parks, do they have any bars?
Actually, they did one year for Halloween.
They did? Okay, and see, another question. Is it a bar where they keep the tops on, but there's no bottoms? Because that's the type that I...
No, I'm not aware of one.
No.
I don't know. They have a Starbucks. They probably have like a Starbucks in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, all right. That's where I usually hack into people's Wi-Fi. So, all right. So
that's a close second to the other one you said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, again, these questions, I don't know what you want from me. So, but yeah, Starbucks, fine. Next question.
So outside of the theme parks, looking at CityWalk, Randy, do you have a favorite place to eat there?
Yeah, well, like I said before, I'm a real big fan of Margaritaville because I did, and oftentimes I try to, join in with the Jimmy Buffett cover band that plays at Margaritaville. I try to join in with Matt Sucks. Here's the thing. I think Jimmy Buffett's beach lifestyle would allow public nudity, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, see, yeah. Okay, good. See, that's the thing. I sometimes go to Margaritaville restaurants. Mm-hmm. I don't pull my wiener out, first of all, but I do sit on the bar stool with my bare butt because it feels nice. And I think that if Jimmy Buffett's all about that cool, loose lifestyle, that he'd be okay with that. But I guess certain store managers have issue with that. I think that's a problem with training or whatnot. So,
your bottomless margarita joke really doesn't work otherwise. So
exactly, this is what I'm talking about. It's a 2-layer thing that I'm doing. It's like a Banksy art installation inside the Margaritaville that I'm doing. So yeah, you and me, Darren, we see this. So yeah, I guess Margaritaville.
Mm-hmm.
Being the genius that you are, I am pretty sure you are also a wizard. So do you have a Hogwarts house?
Okay, so that's one of those Harry Potter things, right?
It is, yes.
Okay, so let me think. So there's different houses within the Harry Potter universe, correct?
That's right.
Okay, so let me think of the houses. There's the Grand Palace.
Uh-huh.
There's the Cave of Wonders.
Uh-huh.
There's the Marketplace where Aladdin and Abu hang out.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of going off track there, but yeah.
There's no. This is all Harry Potter. There's I guess the lamp, the lamp that the genie lives in would be considered a house. Like that's his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That palace seems pretty nice. I don't want to be in that Cave of Wonders because there's like a bunch of lava in it, and that doesn't seem very safe. So probably that palace there. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That was great.
I know I'm great.
Yes, you are great.
You don't have to tell me.
So Randy,
don't patronize me like that.
We're not.
Now it is time for our all-new rapid fire, which I think I said that last time, which that was not the rapid fire. This is the rapid fire.
A little
So
faster.
You are our guinea pig now.
Usually.
Okay.
All right.
That's okay. I've been used for many scientific experiments by the government, so I have experience as a guinea pig. Sometimes they have mutated me into a guinea pig in these experiments. I'm back in human form, so fire away.
Yes. Your $35 gift card for TGI Fridays will be provided upon completion.
Oh, sweet.
It's all on Darren.
Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure?
So those are the two theme parks, right?
Yeah.
Which one belongs to Disney?
Neither.
Neither.
No.
That's too bad. I'm a pass holder to Disney World, so that's too bad.
Oh, that's surprising.
Why? I go there every 2 days.
Every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday and 2 days if the 2 days land on a Tuesday.
Hey, it makes perfect sense to me.
Studios, Universal Studios. There you go.
Let's
Here,
see where
moving
this
on.
goes. Port of entry or production central?
I like to align my chakras every 3 days when I'm not at Disney. So I like to centralize my root chakra to my head chakra. So I guess production central sounds probably the best bet.
Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley?
Wait, I've heard of Diagon Alley. That's I have a friend who here's a funny story. I have a friend who did not realize that Diagon Alley was a pun on diagonally until 10 years after those books came out. And that friend
everybody
felt
has
really
one.
foolish.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, Diagon Alley. Fine,
Okay,
Jesus.
good answer.
Christ.
Forbidden Journey or Hagrid's?
I'll say Hagrid's because I did. Oh wait, didn't I do a video for both those rides?
Yes.
I believe. Okay, then it's a tie.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
Spider-Man or Transformers?
So I'm gonna go with Spider-Man because that's one of my disguises that I use.
Fair enough.
Some people call them PJs.
I like it. I think I already know the answer to this one. Shrek or Minnie and Mayhem?
I mean, that's tough. Because look, I love Shrek, like I said, but I did see one of those memes where one of the minions was like wearing a hat that said "Make America Great Again," which I think is a good sentiment. So that's tough. So I'll probably, I'll still go with Shrek.
Flight of the Hippogriff or Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster?
Oh no.
What? Well, I don't know. I don't appreciate these comments before I answer anything, as though you're thinking that I'm going to give a bad answer, which I haven't yet.
To be
never
fair,
will.
Randy, we cannot put your submission for the Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster on the YouTube channel because it is severely explicit.
Well, this is true.
It's not explicit when you consider it a medical video with certain parts of the anatomy
Well,
that I show.
That's a view.
Okay, fine. Then whatever the first one was, then fine.
Confrontation, Jaws, or Earthquake?
What would I rather like survive or live in? Like, again, these are words you're saying to me that don't make sense. But I'll answer these again as a bunch of bad questions that I'm being given here. I'll say probably Jaws. Oh wait, that's one of the movies I can do right now from my movie library. You want to hear
Excellent.
my reenactment of
Yeah.
Jaws?
That's my favorite movie, so go for it.
That's your favorite movie? Okay,
It is.
all right. Hi, my name is Jaws, and I see all those people, and those people look mighty tasty. And I'm going to eat them with my jaws, which I will open up and down, as that is how a pair of jaws do work.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you.
That's
I wish I
uncanny.
hadn't wasted 10 quid on the DVD now.
No, that is perfect.
Well, actually, anybody that just listened to that has to Cash App Randy $17 now.
Yeah, you know what? I am offering these movie titles for free now that I'm thinking about it. So I do expect everyone who listens to this episode to Venmo me $700. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, TGI gets expensive.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
I love the mozzarella sticks. I actually sometimes just drink the marinara sauce. I don't even bother with the sticks.
Now, One fish, two fish, or Kangen Kodos?
Probably one fish, two fish, because I've recently discovered that I'm having trouble sleeping, and keep my eyelids closed. So I've discovered that the one thing that really works well is if I take 2 Swedish fish and place them on my eyelids before I go to bed, and that keeps my eyes closed. The problem is that like the other night, the Swedish fish somehow got into my eyeball cavities. So like right now, I have 2 Swedish fish just swimming around in like my skull, my brain space. So if it sounds like I'm stuttering or I don't know the answers to these questions, it's probably that. It's just the Swedish fish in my brain, people.
Okay.
I thought you had a bit of an accent.
Accent?
A Swedish accent? Okay, anyways.
Darren, they're actually not from Sweden. I don't know if you knew this.
I didn't actually, or I wouldn't have made that joke.
All right, Seuss Trolley or Pterodon Flyers?
It's Pteranodon, by the way. Please, it's Pteranodon. I'm sorry, I've held it in for so long.
Seuss Trolley or Pterodon Flyers?
Right now I feel uncomfortable because there's a lot of correcting among the hosts. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to pick both answers so everyone's happy.
Nothing if not fair there, Randy.
Jaws or Diagon Alley?
Okay, so you run out of questions, so you just take 2 parts of 2 separate questions, and then you make what you think is a brand new question. I see. Okay,
that's what I was thinking.
Okay, I'll probably go with Diagon Alley again.
So
you want me to? Look, I don't have a long story for each of these questions. It's rapid fire. Come on, people, let's go.
Mummy or Gringotts?
Mommy or Gringotts? I love my mommy so much, so I'm picking my mommy.
Jimmy Fallon or Twister?
Jimmy Fallon. He's actually one of my best friends, so I picked Jimmy Fallon.
Cool.
Pizza fries or pizza tots?
I am not allowed to talk about Pizza Tots because I created that as a cartoon series, and then the Jim Henson Company sued me saying that was a ripoff of Muppet Baby, so I am legally obligated not to talk about Pizza Tots at all, so I apologize. I can't answer this question.
Randy Butterbeer, hot, frozen, or regular?
I like my beer hot. There's nothing better than hot beer, so I'm probably gonna go with hot there.
Mr. Dyoreeah, Big Fire or Toothsome?
What would I prefer to be called? The Big Fire or Toothsome? I mean, I like them both, so you just call me both. Big Fire Toothsome. I like that. I like that name. Randy Big Fire Toothsome Dyoreeah. I like that. Thank you. Thank you. What's your name?
Chris.
Now you're Chris Big Fire to me now.
Perfect.
Right, Randy Big Fire Toothsome Dyoreeah, Mythos or Lombards?
Mythos has wonderful reviews. I would rather go to Mythos.
Bloody hell, an answer.
I give a good answer and then you laugh at me. So I want to say I don't appreciate this treatment. Chris Big Fire, give me the next question.
It's Darren.
Oh, okay. Well, no, sorry, Chris. You have to do it.
You
or whatever order you have. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I was intimidated.
So, Mr. Dyoreeah, sir, Voodoo Donut or Lard Lad Donut?
Probably Lard Lad, because I have been used as a life-size voodoo doll several times in my life, and I don't appreciate it. I don't like being... that's actually how I got to know Jimmy Fallon as my best friend. He would use me as a life-size voodoo doll because he was like, oh, look, Jimmy Kimmel's getting better ratings. I'm going to poke Randy Dyoreeah in the eye. Maybe Jimmy Kimmel will feel that, and he'll have to cancel the show. So, yeah, I'll go with the lard-led donuts because I already have my fill of voodoo.
Jimmy Fallon comes across as such a nice guy.
I know.
Wow.
can't judge a book.
Nope.
He's a nice guy. I never said he wasn't.
Okay.
Mr. Dyoreeah, zone in here.
Chris Big Fire, yes.
Today Cafe or Bread Box?
Okay. You are my favorite, by the way. Of all these people talk to me, you are my favorite, Chris Big Fire.
I appreciate that.
Well, no one else is getting a name. I'll just say that. I don't name my best friends. And Chris Big Fire, you are my best friend.
Oh.
The Today Show Cafe.
Menchie's or Cold Stone?
Those are ice cream places, right?
Kind of.
I've been technically dead once or twice before, so I know what it's like to be on like a Cold Stone, like at the mortuary. So I'll probably go with Cold Stone Creamery.
Horror makeup show, animal actors on location, or Barney?
My friend Barney. So you know my friend Barney Four Fingers, right?
Of course.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm gonna give it up for Barney Four Fingers. He had that fifth finger, and then he got into a weird accident where he tried to do a credit card scam, where he tried to slide his finger into different credit card machines to try to game the system, but he lost his finger. He has an indomitable spirit, and I'll give it up for Barney Four Fingers. Give it up for Barney Four Fingers, everybody.
Only use
Barney
four
Four
fingers. everyone.
Fingers.
Give him a high four next time you see him.
Wait, is that a joke?
No.
Little one.
I don't appreciate this. Go on with your questions.
Holidays on Mardi Gras, Randy?
Every day of my life is a holiday if I think about it really hard. So I picked the holidays.
Mardi Gras parade or holiday parade?
Every day is a parade if you walk down the street with enough self-confidence. Don't you think so?
Yes.
It's true.
All right, so I picked that.
Scare actor dining or Grinch breakfast?
It's character dining. That's where people come and try to scare you while you're eating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I often have that when people, when I'm in the TGI Fridays, drink my marinara, and they're like, they say, "Sir, you need to put a shirt on." That scares me, but then that makes me drink more marinara for the fright of it.
Understandable. Yeah.
Don't talk to me about my body. So I'll go with character dining.
Best place to hang 10, dockside or surfside?
So I wouldn't hang 10 with my friend Barney Four Fingers because he only got 9. So if I was hanging with him, I wouldn't go to either of those places.
Now, finally, Mr. Dyoreeah, the Island's Lighthouse, the Universal Globe, or Volcano Bay's Volcano Krakatoa?
Okay, well, I have already died once in a volcano.
Oh, true.
So I've already done that. You know what? I've never broken into a lighthouse before. They seem really cool, and maybe if I shine the light directly into my eyeball sockets, I can get the one Swedish fish that's still running around my brain. Maybe it can burn out somehow my brain. So I'm gonna take the lighthouse.
Right. Well, before we move on, actually, you mentioned that Swedish fish. I have found some information out for you about Swedish fish that might help you get that last one out. They're actually Canadian. So maybe if you wave some bacon in front of your eyes, or speak in a Canadian accent, or sing the Canadian national anthem, maybe it'll just swim right out.
Oh, excellent! Because I need to do that because I used to sing the Canadian anthem every night before I went to bed, and then I switched to another national anthem. So
that was your problem.
I'll go back to the Canadian national anthem.
There we go.
Awesome.
There we go.
Yeah, glad to help.
It was awesome. I give good answers.
You do.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Dyoreeah.
Thank you, Chris Big Fire, my best friend.
Yeah, best buddies. Well, that is going to do it for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. You've been listening recently to Randy Dyoreeah, so please go and check out Randy's videos. It's
Chris Big Fire, you are my best friend. Can I make one more mention about it since you are plugging my videos?
You definitely can.
Okay, so I just want to say before, and I promise I will shut up after this, but so sometimes when I'm in a Best Buy, I'll watch Hub on one of their on-display tablets, and so that the pesky employees don't suddenly hover around me. Sometimes I'll have to crank up the volume for something else, and what I'll usually play is this podcast called Monster Island Commentaries. And that's a podcast where these two dope heads, Travis Kirkland and Luana Seda, talk about kaiju and monster movies, stuff like Godzilla and Jurassic Park and Pacific Rim and King Kong and Gamera and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun, and you don't even have to be a fan of those type of movies to enjoy the podcast. And again, that's Monster Island Commentaries, and you can find that wherever you listen to podcasts, or if you need something to drown out the sound of pornography.
Awesome. Yeah. So definitely go check that out. So we are going to wrap up with another Universal Is, and we are going to ask Randy. So if you want to help end the show, send us what you think Universal is in 3 words or less to podcast@uuopodcast.com. And Randy, please tell us what you think Universal is.
Universal is over with.
Thank you, Randy. See you next week.
Guess that wraps things up for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. You guys did all right. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, keyword UUO Podcast. Listen and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or anywhere podcasts are found. You can find our blog at uuopodcast.com. Send us your spews, which Lou gets your poo recordings, questions, or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Check out our friends the Theme Park Duo and our awesome sponsors Mouse and Muggle Travel Company. So, until next time, don't give up your day job, say cheese, and see you later.